When Shane Mosley gave his pick on who he had winning the Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight, he said he got EJ winning because when Errol Spence and Terence Crawford sparred, EJ put a punishment on that boy. And that sent the whole internet into a frenzy. Well, Terence Crawford has a little bit to say about that. We're going to talk about what Bud Crawford had to say. But before we do that, make sure that you hit my like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed to the channel. July 29th, EJ versus Bud, the fight that everybody been talking about. And you know, I gotta give Terence Crawford his props because I feel that he been doing a very good job of promoting this fight. He been going on a lot of different platforms and he actually been letting people know, his personality, his character. And we know when Bud was over there at Top Rank, that was one of the biggest problems that Bob Arum had with Bud. He said, man, he won't do interviews. We set him up to go on different platforms and he won't do it. And then when he left Top Rank, when he was over there with BLK Prime, he didn't do no interviews. He wasn't even promoting that fight. His whole thing was talking about Errol Spence and what Errol Spence hadn't done and why Errol Spence and him didn't make the fight and, it ain't his fault and why he don't care if he ever fight Errol Spence and why he don't even need to be undisputed at 147 because he already done this and he already done that. Basically a save face campaign, but he never mentioned his opponent the whole time. This time is different. Terence Crawford understands the magnitude of this fight. Plus, he also know you ain't gonna just get paid out the ass if you don't promote the fight over there on PBC. You know what I'm saying? You get what you really earn. Yeah, let me say it again. With PBC, you get what you really earn. So if you can't get nobody to buy the fight, well, your paycheck ain't gonna be looking too well. So he understands the assignment, and I believe that he's doing a very good job at promoting the fight this time around. So salute to Terence Crawford for that. Now, yesterday, Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, they did like a little virtual, press conference. First, they had EJ on there. And I'm going to say this, man. My man EJ, he looked like he wasn't really feeling it yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? EJ was like, man, I ain't trying to answer none of these questions. Like, just the look he had on his face and the energy that he brought in that interview, it was like, yeah, EJ ain't feeling it today. He had that, go ask me what the F y'all want to ask me so I can get the up out of here. You know what I'm talking about? I don't even want to be here. That's kind of like the energy he had with Brian Custer yesterday. And I know that him and Brian Custer tight. So I know that EJ, man, he probably starting to cut weight and he real moody. Because when me and Money Brown had his best friend Jordan on and we interviewed him, what was this, like last year? I believe it was last year. He said, man, when EJ get to cutting weight, he don't even talk to me. He said he don't be wanting to talk to nobody. He real moody. So we just basically stay out of his way. And you can tell, it's about that time for EJ because, hey, he wasn't having that shit yesterday. But Bud Crawford on the other end, Bud, he seemed like he had a lot of energy in him, he always talked the same way, but he seemed like that he was in good spirits. That's one thing I gotta say about that little press conference that I noticed yesterday. The look that EJ had on his face and the energy that he had, you could look at him and tell he was on some, let's hurry up and get this bullshit over with, because I didn't want to do this shit anyway right now. And Terence Crawford, he seemed like that he was in good spirits. But that don't mean nothing when it come fight night. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just addressing that. But one of the biggest rumors that we've been hearing for a while now is that EJ and Terence Crawford sparred each other. Yeah, and that's been going around for years. I've been hearing dudes say that shit for years. Y'all never heard me talk about it, but I've been hearing that rumor go around for years, right? And I've never spoke on the situation. Now, later on, I'll let y'all know. Later on in this video, I'm going to let y'all know why I never spoke on this situation. But we know that Shane Mosley, he is the one that spoke on the situation again and brought it back up and had everybody talking about this, right? Shane Mosley said, hey, I'm picking Errol Spence because I know what happened when they sparred each other. And Errol Spence pretty much, punished him, got the best of him when they sparred. So I got to go with Errol Spence. When I heard Shane Mosley say that, I still never spoke about it. And like I said, later on in the video, I'll let y'all know why I never spoke about it. But a lot of people was making videos. Some were saying it wasn't true. Some were saying it was true. But it was a lot of content that was getting created off of what Shane Mosley had to say. Now, Terence Crawford, he finally comes out and he addresses the situation. And I'm going to just play y'all the little short clip of what Bud had to say about it. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to give y'all my take on it.
Hey, Terence, there's a little rumor going around that y'all sparred once. Shout out to Shane Mosley Sr. He said, I guess, I don't know. He was there. I don't know. Was you there?
He said he was there.
I don't know. Terrence, I knew it was this wrong. I didn't even click on it. I said Terrence would have said something.
Hey, listen, I love Shane, but I ain't even gonna say nothing. Everybody knows.
Okay. All right, so everybody got your answers because people keep asking me. I said they would have said something.
So y'all heard it right there, Bud, man, he was cracking up laughing, and if y'all caught him, he said, I ain't even really gonna say what I want to say. I'm gonna just leave it alone. I ain't gonna say nothing. But the answer he gave is, me and Errol, we ain't never sparred. Like, that ain't never happened before. Now, what he wanted to say is that Shane Mosley is a little off in the head now. And, it's sad. A lot of these fighters that I grew up seeing, they like that now. You can hear Shane Mosley, he a little punch drunk. You can hear it in his speech. And it's sad. I'm not trying to clown because Shane Mosley was one of my favorite fighters. But it is what it is, Shane Mosley was in a lot of very, very tough fights. And you can see that he's suffering the consequences of it now. But the reason I never spoke on this, because I knew that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford had never sparred each other. You know what I'm talking about? If EJ and Bud had ever been in the ring with each other, we would have been hearing both of them go back and forth bragging about what happened in that spar a long time ago. You know what I'm talking about? When they met up backstage back in at that Maurice Hooker fight, what was that, 2018? When they was talking shit to each other, they would have brought it up then. I already bodied you in sparring. I did this and I did that. You would have heard about it a long time ago. We never heard about it because it never happened. So I never talked about it. Other dudes, they was trying to make up narratives about it, knowing it never happened, but I wasn't finna do all that. I mean, it was just common sense to me that they ain't never been in the ring with each other. And that's what makes this fight even greater. Because, hey, you really don't know what's gonna happen. They don't know what's going to happen because they've never shared the ring with each other. Not in sparring. They ain't never been in the ring with each other. Not in the amateurs. So it make it great because we got that mystery factor. You know what I'm saying? It's a big mystery because you got two A+ level fighters that ain't never ever shared the ring with each other in no type of way. So we can't go back and talk about what happened when they sparred or what happened during the amateurs. That's what's great about this fight, and we finally gonna get it July the 29th. It's going down. Let me know, are y'all gonna buy it? Are y'all going to the fight? Or is you one of them dudes that's finna stream it? Let me know how y'all feel about all of this. Drop a comment in the comment section. I wanna know who y'all picking to win. Do y'all got the big fish or do y'all got Bud? Drop a comment. Make sure that y'all hit my like button. Subscribe to the channel if you not already subbed to the channel, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.
2 miles per hour, so